Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And I wanted to share with you guys an idea that my mom was talking about, and it kind of made me think a little bit. She was talking about the idea of she buys makeup, and when she shops for makeup, she looks for cruelty-free. I overheard her talking about the fact that sometimes it can be hard for her to shop for cruelty-free because sometimes the makeup brands that she shops for are cruelty-free. They say that they're cruelty-free, but their sister brand isn't. And so when I was overhearing her talk about this, it made me think, if only they had cruelty-free labels on, meat and meat in general. And then I thought to myself, well, they wouldn't, because they're all getting killed. You know what I mean? It's cruelty all around. So none of it would be cruelty free. And and so I want to bring to you this idea that there's over 265 million turkeys that get killed every single year. Over 60 million of those turkeys are just from Thanksgiving alone. And so I bring to you this because we have to be aware that these animals are getting killed against their free will. They are being slaughtered, right? They don't want to be slaughtered. But on top of that, they are 2 times bigger than they were back in like the 60s, and you have to ask yourself, why is that? It's because they're being injected, once again, against their free will, with GMOs, genetically modified organisms, if you don't know what that stands for. And these genetically modified organisms, they're so deadly to these animals that they grow so big just for our consumption. But not only that, they grow super big. Because they're super big, they're not allowed to live. They can't live within their lifespan. It's very cut off because of how big they are, right? And so with this being said, you know what I mean, we have to be aware of this, right? We have to be aware of the animal cruelty that's happening on a day-to-day basis on our plate, right? What we're eating. And if you don't want to, if you don't want to go that route, or if you want to, neglect how animals are being mistreated, we can talk about how it affects you health-wise. You know what I mean? I can go on this from a spiritual level and on a health perspective as well. On a spiritual level, at first, when we talk about quantum physics, right? This is on a scientific level, but everything is energy, right? Meaning that everything that is created, it can't be destroyed or created. Energy can't be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred. And so when we take this into consideration, these animals that are getting killed and slaughtered against their free will, they're being traumatized, and they have so much fear and anxiety built up within them that when they are killed, that energy from them being traumatized is being transferred over to your plate. And so when we eat this meat and stuff like that, we are more prone to getting anxiety, and we're more prone to being anxious. And so, because of this, we have to be aware of what it's doing to our body. You know what I mean? Animals are not food. They are conscious beings. Plants and fruits aren't conscious. Animals have a nervous system. Plants don't. Plants don't have a nervous system. And so we have to realize that whole-grown organic fruits and vegetables are the most beneficial things that we can, eat. And that we can live from. And so, when we start to realize this, then that's when we can start voting with our dollar, right? We can start saying, oh man, maybe I shouldn't support all this animal abuse and all this animal cruelty. And maybe I should, you know, maybe consider plant-based milks, you know what I mean? And plant alternatives to meat, right? Because there is a lot out there. And, you know, we're not supposed to be drinking milk from another animal, you know what I mean? Imagine if you were drinking someone else's baby's milk. Doesn't sound that fun, right? And you might say, oh, well, what about like whole grown animals or grass-fed organic animals? They're still being, you know, yeah, they live in a better facility, right? They have better living conditions, but they're still getting killed against their own free will. And so that fear and anxiety is still going to be with them because they don't want to die and they're being killed before their lifespan, you know? And so, you know, it's just not good for these animals. Now, on a health level, you know, meat is acidic. Meat and dairy, they are considered acidic. And so these type of products, they can build mucus. They can, you know, when we eat alkaline foods remove mucus from the body, meaning that our blood flow is a lot more smooth. It's a lot more functionable. And when we eat meat, right, this is why a lot of people have heart disease and they don't even know why. It's because they're eating meat. Because meat and dairy, it's building up mucus within our body, within our cellular wall. And so this mucus can become too much that it clogs up the arteries, causing heart disease. And so these, you know, this can be really important because when we eat whole-grown fruits and vegetables and just, you know, that, then this can remove the mucus that is caused from buildup within our immune systems, you know. And so, yeah, I just wanted to bring to you guys this idea because I think that it's important that we think about this Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? We think about all the turkeys that are getting killed and all the animals that are being abused. Not only about that, but what are these animals doing for our health, right? What are they doing? Like I said before, like I said on previous videos, we are we are electric beings, right? And so we're not going to function properly off of foods that are dead, because they don't have any life force. Which is why I said whole-grown fruits and vegetables are the most beneficial things that we can eat, because these things are alive and they give us life force because they have life within them. And so, you know, we are able to thrive off these foods. And so with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, my friends. Mwah. Oh, one more thing before I go. If you want to hit me up, feel free to let me know down in the comments section down below. You can follow me on Instagram at NoahIsArk. Have a wonderful day. Love you guys.